You, Business Director Ronald George, for that awesome introduction. It's a pleasure being your business partner in the best industry in the world. And not only the best industry in the world, but an awesome platform. And so I'm always excited when we get the opportunity to share with our community. And like you said tonight, it's giving those pointers and those strategies on how to save for college in this economy. And so when we're looking at saving for college, the best plans always start early because saving early helps you reduce the reliance on loans and debt. And then you have more control of the outcome that you expect. So, college is one of the largest financial investments many families will ever make in their lifetime. But what families are dealing with in today's economy and what's happening is that the cost of colleges are steady increasing and rising with inflation and other factors that go into place. So we're looking at tuitions, college tuitions increasing anywhere between 3 to 5% a year. And even families are having to make a decision between whether they allow their child to attend a public 4-year university or go to attend the college or the university of their choice. And so the average cost of a 4-year degree in a public in-state university is 28,000 right now per year. But when we look at private universities, that cost often exceeds over 60,000 per year. So you definitely want to plan early and you want to use a strategy and start early will make a big difference by starting early because those small contributions they will definitely add up. And the reason why those small contributions will add up is due to compounding growth. So anytime we're able to save early and take advantage of that, you definitely want to. So as parents, one of those greatest gifts we can give our children is the ability to pursue higher education without the heavy burden of student loans. But as we're facing increase in rising in costs each year, we have to understand what strategies would apply and make a difference for us. So every family situation is unique and there's no one size fit all solution. Some parents prefer the safety of guaranteed growth while others want the flexibility or tax advantages. So the good news is there are multiple options and we're going to look and talk about those options tonight. And so we today will review some of the most common strategies, and that consists of saving in a bank with a bank savings account. We'll even explore the 529 and Carbondale ESAs, also custodial accounts, the UGMAs and UTMAs, and also look at saving in using annuities or the index universal life insurance policies. So, are you ready? Let's take our journey. Looking at saving in traditional bank accounts. Some people feel that bank accounts are simple and they're safe, but they really don't consider the limited growth. So, a traditional bank account, this can cover whether it's a checking or savings or CDs. It is safe because it is insured by the FDIC for storing money up to 250,000. But traditional bank accounts, they're best used for emergency savings or short-term goals and not long-term college fund. The reason why is that the growth is very low often. It just depends on the returns. Right now we're in an era where we're seeing increased return on high yield savings accounts, but you'll be able to compare that with the other options and strategies we'll share with you today. So money may lose purchasing power due to inflation and not being able to keep up with the cost of living. But the pros on why some families choose this option to store away savings for future education for their children is it's easy, it's accessible, the money is liquid, and you have that safe and guaranteed principal. So if that's something that you would want, then you can consider using these traditional options for your strategy. So how would it work if a family utilized a bank savings account? Well, parents, you can put money aside in your checking, savings, or your CD. And remember, it's safe. It's insured up to 250,000. You're able to access the money. It's perfect for emergencies and short-term needs. And also, if you have your children join in with you, it can teach your children discipline and responsibilities if they also contribute to this traditional account. But keep in mind the challenges. Remember, its low interest rate means that your money is losing purchasing power over time. And also, the traditional savings, bank savings accounts, they do not come with a tax advantage. So they're not tax advantage. And this is an example of a family who choose to utilize a traditional bank savings account to save for their child's future. They get started early, that's the objective. And they decide that, hey, we're going to save $200 a month for 18 years. But this traditional account only offers them a 1% interest. And that's the rate of return on their investment. And so over 18 years of saving $200 a month, they now have 48,000 available. But the projected cost of 4 years of college could be 120,000 and up to 200,000. So what is the result if you only utilize the traditional bank savings account? You have a large gap. And so you do have to add more strategies to your goal in order to accomplish your goal of saving for your child's college education. If not, if you're just solely depending on the traditional bank savings account, you're going to require loans or other funding options. And hopefully, your child will qualify for scholarships. So another strategy, another option are 529 plans or the Coverdell ESAs. And so with the 529, it's a state-sponsored investment account. It's designed just for education. And so a good thing, it has that tax-free growth for the withdrawals if used for college, will use for education expenses only. And so it will give you a high contribution limit. You're able to save a lot in this account, but you definitely need to make sure how it applies to your state. So some states offer tax deductions and credits for the contributions. A con would be a drawback from saving solely using this strategy for college savings plans is that it must be used for qualified education expenses only. If you access the money and it's not related to an education expense, you will incur a penalty. So you will definitely have to pay a penalty. And there are some investment risks. So the account value, because it's in the market, it can go up and down. And who knows where the market will be when you need to access the money. It's best for parents that are that are confident, that they understand how this account will work, and they are sure that their child will attend a college or university in the future. So for the ESA accounts, this is also education focused savings. It's kind of like the mini 529. It has that tax-free growth and withdrawals for qualified education expenses. So the expenses can be throughout the child's educational career from kindergarten up to 12th grade or college. So it has that flexibility, unlike the 529. The 529 is just focused for higher learning college or universities. But one of the drawbacks is that the contribution limit is only 2,000 a year per child, and the income restrictions are based on the parents' income. So it's income restrictions for parents. This is good for families who want more investment flexibility but can't handle contribution limits, okay? But you can handle the contribution limit. So you know that you're only agreeing to put away 2,000 a year per child in this account. So those are two additional accounts that you can use as a strategy. Also, there are custodial accounts, UGMAs and UTMA. These are accounts that are set up under a child's name, but they're controlled by the parent until the child is of age, whether that's 18 or up to 21. It just depends on the state. So make sure that you communicate with the financial professional that can help guide you. One of the pros is that it's just simple to set up and it can be used for any purpose benefiting the child, not just college. So it has more flexibility than the 529 and the mini 529 plan. But some of the drawbacks, a child gains full control at legal age. And so parents, you have to step back and say, okay, I hope we instill the right things and they are financially responsible. So who is actually financially responsible at the age of 18, right? And you have all of those decisions and freedom. So this is definitely a partnership that you want to establish with your child. And another drawback is it counts as the child's asset. So which can hurt the financial aid eligibility. That means that the child may not qualify for grants or standard loans because they have this money growing in an asset for them. And so it is taken in consideration of the child's income. But this is best for parents who want the flexibility beyond education. So let's look at saving for college using annuities. So annuities is an insurance-based product. You can say it's a program that grows tax deferred and can provide a guaranteed income. And so this is best for parents who value safety and predictability. Some of the good things about this annuity programs is that you have that guaranteed growth, especially if it's a fixed annuity, and then you have the safe from market losses because it's fixed, and you have that where you can that predictable income that you're able to turn on with the annuity. Some of the drawbacks is less liquid. Early withdrawals may face penalties because you do have a surrender period. Just depends on the annuity program. You definitely want to talk to a financial advisor to see if this is a strategy that will work best for you and your family. And another drawback is the growth may be modest compared to the market investments. And so it might be slow, steady, and easy. If you enjoy that predictability and that guarantee, then this is something that you definitely want to consider. So, how would it look? How would it work if a family decides to save for their children's future education using a annuity program? So, keep in mind, an annuity is an insurance product where parents may make contributions and the account grows with interest. And we are starting to save early, right? So, that growth is tax deferred until you start taking income from the annuity and making those withdrawals. Annuities can be fixed with the guarantee rate, or it also can be variable based on the market. So make sure you understand you are meeting with a financial professional. Remember, OIC, we're here to service our community, so you can definitely contact us and we'll be able to answer your questions. Some of the benefits that it provides growing for money for your children's future college education in an annuity is the safe growth with no stock market risk for fixed annuities. And you also have index annuity programs as well. And then that guaranteed income option when college begins, especially if you start the program early. And you can also benefit from the protection of the principal from market downturns. So when the market is down, your money is safe. And when the market recovers, if it's a index annuity, you are able to participate in the upside of the market. If it's a fix, you're set, you're done. Easy is the way. Some of the challenges that is not as liquid. It has rules. You have to abide by the rules. They do have exceptions. This is why you need to seek the advice of a financial professional. Because if a event occurs and you withdraw the money too early, it may trigger that surrender charge. And also the growth is steady, but typically lower than the stock market investments when you just focus on fixed annuities that give you that guarantee. We pay a price for that guarantee. So, with our parent example, if you choose to start early and say, well, I'm going to invest $200 a month in a fixed annuity. And this fixed annuity here is giving you a rate of return of 4% interest, right? So after 18 years, you would have 63,000 in this account. And it provides more than the bank savings, but its flexibility is limited if you need money for something else. So this is definitely an option that you can consider. Another strategy that families can look into when it comes to college savings is growing and saving money in an index universal life program. So this is a permanent life insurance that builds cash value and is linked to an index. So your money is not at risk in the market. It mirrors the market. You get to enjoy the upside of the market without the risk of loss. So when the market goes below zero negative, you do not lose money. You just don't make money at that time, but you don't lose the money that you have in the account and has grown for you in the previous year. So this is best for parents who want to combine college savings with family protection and flexibility. And protection is very important. Protection should be the foundation of any financial house. And we all have a financial house because money is how our economy operates, and it's part of our day-to-day life of how we get our needs met. So the pros to adding an index universal life to your college saving plans for for your children's future is that the cash value grows tax deferred. You are able to access the money through tax-free loans and withdrawals for education. It provides life insurance protection for parents and is flexible. You don't have to just spend it on education. So it has a lot of flexibility. Now, some of the drawbacks is that it requires long-term funding commitment, but you don't have to worry about that because when we look at saving for college, right, we want to start saving early. And it also includes the cost of insurance, but the cost of insurance is necessary through protection. So let's look at how this would work. So remember, this is a permanent life insurance policy that builds up cash value. It's linked to the stock market index like the S&P 500. The gains are capped at a maximum, but never go below 0%. Zero is the floor and it becomes your hero. As parents, you can borrow or withdraw cash value tax-free when needed. Make sure you get an understanding of how to utilize this strategy within your portfolio from a financial professional. Parents can benefit from the higher growth potential than a bank savings or annuities. And also the protection against market loss, and it provides life insurance to protect your family if something happens. You parents can also benefit from the act to access the funds for college, or if a child gets a scholarship, funds can instead be used for their retirement. So it's an all-in-one, right? Some of the challenges, though, it requires consistent contributions for best results, and it includes insurance costs, which should be explained carefully. And it's not a one size fit all. Make sure that you are talking to a financial professional so that you are using the best strategy for you and your family. So, our parent example again, if a family decides that they want to save $200 a month utilizing an IUL vehicle, and let's say their IUL gave them a rate of return at interest of 6% growth, right? So after 18 years, they'll have 77,000 available cash value in this program, plus the life insurance protection during those 18 years. And life insurance is about the living. So definitely you want to look into it and see that it has living benefits that can help. And it can be used for tuition or tax-free retirement income, and the income if college is funded another way. So here's just a snapshot of all of the strategies. Some of the key insights is if you want guaranteed and safety, you want to consider a bank or annuity program. If you want that tax-free college savings, you can look at 529 or ESA programs, even IULs if you want that flexibility and that protection, definitely IULs. And keep in mind, it's okay to have a mixture. Most families use a mix of 2 to 3 options to balance the safety, the growth, and flexibility. This is a journey that we encourage you to reach out to a financial professional and know that we're here to help. So start early. The earlier you save, the more compounding works for you. Diversify your savings. Have a mixture. Remember, many families use a mix of a bank annuity and an IUL just for that balance. Think long term. College is a goal, but if your child doesn't need the funds, products like an IUL can double as a retirement savings for you. So you can definitely start early. And protection matters. Parents like IULs because it combines savings with the family protection in case of the unexpected. And so protection is definitely the foundation of any financial house. I certainly have enjoyed sharing this information with the community. Thank you for allowing us to just convey this information to you. We're looking forward to seeing you again. You can certainly subscribe to our YouTube channel at OIC 10K Totally Lit to hear this again, along with other pre-recorded basic financial education videos. So that has been my time. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Business Director Ronald George. Thank you once again.
All